Hello Flosstube, my name is Shanna and welcome to video number 4. I did not plan to be gone this long. It has been a while. After the holidays, my work seems to increase. People have depression, they have anxiety, they have financial stress, depression. It's a lot, and this year it was like a tsunami hit. It just kept coming in waves and waves. So I'm finally back. I'm in my greenhouse. Today I am harvesting pink roses. I will be bringing out my still a little later on, and I'm going to be making essential rose oil, hydrosols, hair perfumes, potpourris, everything pink roses. Today is cottagecore vibes. So let's just jump into it. I have been stitching, and I'm going to show this little guy first because I have to get him in the mail. I listed him on eBay. He's sold, and he needs to get to his owner ASAP. It is a design by Lizzie Kate. It is Patty O'Hare. I stitched him on 14 count white Aida fabric. I added a little rake, 2 little buttons, scrapbook brads for his eyes, and long little whiskers. I also changed the color. His shirt is normally pink checked, but I had this green floss and I fell in love with it, and I did his shirt in it. I hand dyed the floss for his overalls. I have a bunch of these little hats. I found at a yard sale. I just bought the whole bag. It was like $1 or something, and so I have it in my stash. So every time I do him, he has a hat. I also want to shout out Vanna Pfeiffer. This cording I made. Vanna Pfeiffer is a godsend to this community. She is absolutely brilliant, talented, absolutely everything. She has a video on how to make the cording, and all you need is this little tool. I don't know what this is called. She probably has it on her video. I think she might have said the name, I'm not sure. But that's all you need, and you can make this. So he will be packaged and sent to his owner today. While we're on Lizzie Kate, I'll just go right into this. Betty Broomstick. She is so much fun to stitch. I stitch her probably twice a year. I just love doing her. I love the colors. I love the fabric. She's just fun. And I think that 123 Stitch actually has the rights to Lizzie Kate stand-ups. I don't know if they've all been released yet, but I know they have a couple. So here's Betty Broomstick. I'm listing her on eBay today. I did her on 16 count hand-dyed Harvest Aida fabric. I added 2 little yellow beads for her earrings, a little bat to her hat, star buttons. Her cat has a little sparkly orange charm, and look at her sparkly shoes. I don't know if you can tell. She comes with a bow and a broom, but because I'm not finishing her, I'm gonna leave that up to anyone who buys her. I will include the bow and the broom. I left plenty of room if you want to make it into a stand-up, a pillow, frame piece of art. Sky's the limit. So she will be listed on eBay this afternoon. Ooh, the sun's coming out. Greenhouse is gonna get hot. Okay, Lizzie Kate Liberty Sam. I stitched him on 14 count powder blue Aida. It kind of looks white in this lighting, but it's a real pale powder blue. I ran out of white stars buttons, had none. So what I did is I have a punch, and I have a really heavy white cardstock. So I just punched out his little stars, and whoever purchases him, if they want to change it out for white stars, just pop these off and you can put your star buttons. I added 2 little buttons. The pattern does not have a star on his jacket, but I just thought he needed one, so I kind of did that myself. And then he has a little bell. Also, I'm going to leave it up to whoever his owner, if they want to make him a stand-up or whatnot. When you sew it and you turn it right side out, just, oh, here we go, glue his flag on. So the flag's included. also did Lady Liberty. She is also done on the pale blue 14 count. I have added little tiny beads to her crown, and if you look close, I don't know, the sun is so bright right now, I don't know if you can see it. I had this remnant piece of floss. I probably had a yard strand, and it was blue, and I did something where I ended up having some little flecks in it. It kind of looks rusty almost. So I saved the remnant after I did her crown and the little part on her torch here. Oh my goodness, I saved the piece, and I put it in her bag. So every time I stitch her, I'm just going to use that until I run out. And I added little stars. She is just adorable. Scrapbook brads for eyes. And I did sparkles on her torch. That's some sparkly thread. So she will be on eBay also. My eBay name is also Romeo's Halo. I also sell at Etsy. I haven't been consistent on Etsy. I've been so busy that I maybe twice a year, if that, I'm on there. So eBay is normally, I just list stuff, press relist button if things don't sell. It's just easy for me to do that. Also, okay, so I found this frame, and I went through my stash, and I had this really old vintagey coffee dyed. I think this is 11 count. So I stitched this flag on it, and let me try to get this star. This star I hand cut out myself. It was like from a really thin piece of like rusty metal. I just thought it looked so cute. So this is also on my eBay. This looks so cute in a 3-tiered tray. Just anywhere patriotic, it just adds such a cute pop. I love it. So there's that. I've been doing a lot of yard selling. I have found, oh my gosh, so much stuff for cross stitch. Every time I go, I never leave floss, fabric. But lately, I have been finding perforated papers. Let me show you some. Oh, okay, so there's plastic and there's papers. This is the paper. Found that. I have found the plastic. And I also found some that has a print on it. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it in this lighting, but there's this faint like florally print. I thought it was really neat. It's almost like a lilac color, almost like it's been stamped on there. It's really pretty. So what I've done, I use these to do Mill Hill kits and all kinds of stuff. I have painted some. Actually, I should take this one back. This one I did a really pretty like teal blue green color. Oh, it turned out fabulous. And make sure, if you decide to paint some of yours, make sure the paint is kind of thick, because if it's too thin and too watery, I guess, the paper will tear. So just be really careful if you decide to paint it. I love this one. This one turned out so pretty. It's kind of like a coffee grungy color. I've just been playing around. I love doing Mill Hills on these. Oh, and I did another one. This color is really, I don't know, it's like I don't know, it's kind of got a cinnamony, is that a word? Color to it. This is going to be really neat for fall. I am really jumping into Halloween right now. I don't know what is happening with me. So when you have pieces left over of the perforated papers and plastics, save them, because you could do all kinds of neat stuff with them. I'm working on my daughter's scrapbook right now. She, when she was like 6 years old, she went on a field trip we all went to a farm, and so Malachi, our 2-year-old grandson, he loves looking through like picture books, the photo albums. He don't even know the people in it, but he'll sit there for hours and just look through them, especially if they have little motifs stitched on them. He loves it. And so I'm doing her scrapbook of the field trip right now, and so I've been stitching like little apples. This is a birdhouse. This goes in my house, but little sunflowers, apples, and let me show you some more that I have. I should just show you this book. Okay, so this book, it's an old book, but there's so much fun stuff in here to stitch. So when she was little, I couldn't find anything, nothing that would go in her room. I wanted to do like a little baby sheep with butterflies and ladybugs and fairies. There was nothing, so I handmade everything. So this was one of the little things that used to hang in her room on one of her pegs, the little sheep. For her farm thing, I did this little pig, and I deliberately left off his tail. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a piece of pink floss. I'm gonna wet it. I'm gonna tie it around a skewer and let it dry so it'll be twirly. And then I'm gonna, when I cut him out, I'm just gonna put a little glue and so it'll have a little curly tail. I just thought that would be really cute. Then she wore, let's see if I can find it. Okay, I'm gonna just flash you this real quick so you can see kind of how my brain works here. That's the overall pattern. And she wore overalls on the trip, and so she didn't have any patches on her overalls. So I just went ahead and dyed some floss, denim blue, added some little buttons. I'm gonna cut this out and add it into the scrapbook page. But it's so much fun to do these, especially if you're watching TV and you just don't want to think about anything. You just want to fill stuff in and do no back stitching. This is how to do it. I also, here's another idea. Like, this is a card. All you do is you take a Velcro dot from like Dollar Tree, and this is a shamrock. You just pop it on there. So once the person like is done with the card, they can make a magnet or something out of this. So, okay, so my husband found this birdhouse for me, an actual, oh, it's just magnificent. Oh my gosh, this bird put so much effort into making this little house. And so I put it in a lantern in my living room. So when you walk in, it's one of the first things you see. Oh my goodness. I thought, okay, it needs to have something. I wasn't sure what. So I had this little frame and I just winged it. Found a piece of blue Ada and just made a little bird nest. And if you could see, I added, oh, it's so hard in this greenhouse. I added little charms, a little lock and a little key. That brings me to Michael's and Joann's. If you are like me and you have a bunch of coupons and you know what you're gonna buy, like normally I will go there and buy fabrics, and most of the time I get there and they don't have what I need, and so I'm stuck with all these coupons and I'm like, I drove all this way, I'm not leaving without something. So I started buying like all of these little charms. Like every time I have 40% off coupons or something and they are out of what I need, I just stock up on charms. Here's the little locks and keys I used on the birdhouse. These are so cute and they're so tiny. And I found this watering can. Look at this little watering can I found. There we go, there's the camera. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking about doing a Stacy Nash Clementine, the black cat. We have a black cat, her name's Hallie, and I thought it'd be so cute if I stitched Clementine and added this. And she could, I'll probably put her out on my shelf out here in the greenhouse. She could water my flowers. So cute. Speaking of Stacy Nash, okay, here is Primrose. I stitch her all the time. I love this pattern. I stitched a brown one, I stitched a gray one, and I stitched this one in black. The brown one and the gray one have already sold. Let me fix her bow real quick. So I have the black one left, and let me show you what I did. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here she is. I hand dyed the floss. It looks like a toasted marshmallow color. There's all kinds of little flakes, different color. It just looks grungy and just so cute to me. Her bow was from Bath and Body Works, and I just cut it in half, and then to make it look really kind of frayed and cute, I ironed it to make it crinkled because I wanted it crinkly, and I was like, how am I gonna get it to that? So I ironed it and it stayed. Her backpack has little lavender sprigs. I might change this out and do rosemary. I have so much rosemary that is ready to be harvested right now. Oh my goodness. So I might change it out and put some rosemary instead of lavender in her, but she will be listed on eBay also. Oh, I forgot Lady Liberty's flag. Okay, I need to stick that in there too. Okay, back to the yard selling. I found so much stuff, you guys. Oh my goodness. I found these bookmarks, and I didn't even know. I don't know what they're used for. You could probably put stickers or a photo, just something. I stitched, since I'm all into this cottage core right now that I have found on Pinterest. It was so funny. I told my husband, I'm like, oh my gosh, our bedroom's in cottage core, and I never knew it. Now I have a name for it. It's like, that's how our whole bedroom is. And now it's a thing. So I'm pretty excited. But I had a little piece of, looks like 28 count, and I just stitched up a rose. These are so much fun. But when you find stuff like this, think outside the box. Think of cross stitch when you're at yard sales. You can find all kinds of stuff. Especially, oh my gosh, okay, we're gonna jump right into this. Since I didn't see you guys for like, what was it, not 4th of July, Valentine's Day, and St. Patrick's Day, I didn't get to show you all of the stuff so that I stitched. I have been stitching. I haven't had no time for any type of YouTube, anything. So I buy these snaps when I go to yard sales. And I did this pattern by Bent Creek, Be Mine. And it calls for a little snap. And this is what I do. I'll stitch the pattern, and then to make little pillows for a bowl filler, I'll stitch little motifs of it. Like, so there's the keychain, here's the keychain, and I add the little snaps on, and then I did the Be Mine. So you could take these three, make them into a little pillow, use some felt, just sew a quick square, put some sawdust or stuffing, whatever you use, and you have bowl filler pillows. So when you find snaps at the yard sales, buy them. Okay, oh my goodness. This book is an oldie but a goodie. Let me see here. Yeah. It's that one. This, let me cover this up here. If you can see, yes. Isn't that cute, the little clothesline right there? This is what I did. I have this washboard downstairs in our laundry room. I have all of my dried lavender down there, and I have everything that's galvanized, all my little galvanized buckets, anything that I do cross stitch finishing on that's galvanized, I have down there. So I have this little washboard, and what I did is I just wrote, thank you, Lord, for my dryer. And then from this magazine, or leaflet, I should say, right here, do you see the little, where am I at? Right here, the little beehives. I took that pattern, and I made these, and then I just used a string, hot glued it on, and made a little clothesline. You can also, these are wooden things. You used to be able to buy these at Michael's for like $1. I have a ton. Whoops, I have a ton of these. And I just glued a magnet on the back, and I'm going to stitch some more clothes with the little pins for the laundry room. That turned out really cute. I'm really happy about that. Okay, back to the cottage core. Okay, my daughter is going to be 23 this month. And when she was little, her room was done in like little roses, lambs, the whole shebang. And it's sad because when she became like, 6, 7 years old, she's like, Mom, I want to do my room Barbie. And it was heartbreaking. But Barbie's fun too. We had fun with Barbie. So I took down all of her things. I start with this one. This was framed in her room, and I've taken it down, and I took it out of the frames. We used the frame for something else, and I just kept it all this time. I do need to get it dry cleaned. But what my plan is to do is to take everything that I've ever stitched for her and put it in, make a scrap work quilt with it. That way she will have all the memories, and she has a blanket to keep her warm. So that's going to be probably the focal point, I would say, of the blanket. And then this was a pillow sham I've taken apart. I've already started kind of playing with how I want to do this. And just see all these fabrics. They're just gorgeous. And then I did this one. This one's kind of still in the pillow sham form. With the little buttons. I have to take this one apart too. And then this one was, it was a pillow for her doll bed. Her little doll babies had to have something. So I stitched all these little tiny roses. So I took it apart and I have this as a square, but check out some of these fabrics that I have a dresser drawer full of these that I'm going to use. They're just beautiful. There's that one. I love this one. Oh my goodness. There's actually a cross stitch chart I want to stitch that has these type of roses in it. Oh gosh, I love it. And this one is just so pretty. It's got little birds and roses. So, let me unfold it. Oh, I just love it. They're just so yummy. So there is that. That's going to be her quilt. While I'm talking about that, let me show you. I think it's in this one. Yeah. Okay. How am I going to do this? Oh, here's a picture of it. Okay. Look at these roses. How am I going to show you? Can you see that? Oh my gosh, this pattern is so pretty. So I think I'm gonna start that this weekend. I'm really into this roses. I don't know if it's just from me out in the garden picking them. Look at my hair. I probably have thorns in my hair. I have scratches all over my hands from getting all the roses. Okay, oh. Speaking of flowers and roses and all those yummy things, I was talking to my auntie the other day ago, and she brought up, is it Paula Vaughn? I think it's her books, and she was telling me that she was stitching one of them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually started one a long time ago. And so I went and I grabbed my book, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm almost finished with this. I'm doing this one right here. I started this years ago. My parents moved to Crooked River Ranch. It's over by Redmond. And they built at their house. And so my mom, oh my gosh, their house is beautiful. They have like vaulted ceilings. And so my mom has like up above, there's these huge like shelving things. She has like a chair and she has like a quilts that she displays up there. And I thought, well, I'm going to do this for her. So I started this with intentions of finishing it and having it framed so she could display it, and I just forgot about it. I got busy. I'm almost done with it, so my intention is to finish this by summer's end and get it framed. I think it'd be so pretty. I still have a floss, and I'm gonna have to. I've been working on this for so long that I'm gonna have to go get it dry cleaned. So. And then I also realized I have the other book of bouquets and blossoms. And when I was looking at this, I probably shouldn't have pulled this out because now I want to do it. Look at this pattern. Look at those roses. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm not going to have time to do all this, but I really want to. So, I don't know. We'll see. Okay, what haven't I showed you? Oh, yes. Okay, so we're in the greenhouse. I'm sorry about the pounding. Our neighbors are building a deck or something next door, and we've had rain. Oh my goodness. We've had a lot of rain. So every time I was going to film out here in the greenhouse a couple days ago, I would get everything set up and I would come out here and it would start pouring, and my roof is that wavy plastic. Oh my goodness, it was not... I couldn't even talk. You couldn't hear me. Or the airplanes fly over. We live in an airstrip. And so, I mean, it's fun at night. We'll lay on the deck and we can watch all the planes come in. It's gorgeous. But when you're trying to do a video, it doesn't work. But anyway, okay, I have been obsessed with scriptures and words and poems. And I don't know, I'm really, maybe it's because of my line of work, I don't know, but I'm always looking for things that encourage me and encourage others and just bring hope. Just, you know, just we need hope right now. We're living in some dark times sometimes that we can really get sucked into it. So I came up with this idea, and the fabric was like, it was just a remnant piece of like, I believe it's 16 count. And so I just went through, found a scripture I liked about faith, and I used it was the DMC variegated floss. And I just went ahead and stitched it up and added some beads. This right here is a mustard seed. I added a pink piece of paper inside. I added some little white feathers I had and a mustard seed, and I glued it together and made a bow. I'm going to show you these things because you guys, oh my goodness, you can use these to, Halloween. I did some pumpkins with some little grass inside. I had a bag of like little potpourri pumpkins, and one of them was so tiny it actually fit in here, and oh my gosh, I made a charm with it. So let me show you. You can get these on Etsy. They come in a pack like this. I actually have, I'll show you I didn't bring, they come in silver and bronze, and I think gold. I got the bronze and I got the silver ones. I left a lot of stuff in the house. I had a lot to carry out. When you have 3 dogs, a cat that thinks she's a dog, a 2-year-old, and a husband, I had to sneak out of the house for all of them. So, yeah, I just tried to grab everything that I could remember. Let me open this. I probably should have. Well, you probably don't need it open. You know what it is. Here's the bubble, the glass piece. This is like, I think it's real glass. And this is the back piece. So all you do is just take this and stick it in there with some glue, and yeah, you have a cute little charm. So that's what I've been up to. I have not even, I think I commented on my first video on one person's comment. I haven't even looked. I don't even know what people have been, if people have been watching me, I don't know, but I promise now that I have a little more free time after I get the roses going today, I'm gonna get this video uploaded, get these things shipped out, and I'm gonna go through the comments and reply and answer questions or whatnot. I really missed doing videos. I am a very private person, and I'm always behind the camera when I'm taking pictures of the family and stuff, and so I didn't know if I was gonna like this, but I really love sharing all these ideas, and it gets me motivated. It really does. So I will be back with more videos. I hope that this video in the greenhouse, I hope the lighting's okay. It was really sunny. Now we're kind of getting a cloud coverage. My greenhouse is wild. My husband doesn't even call it a greenhouse. He's like, it's just a mess. I'm like, well, you know, that's just how it is. I got my eucalyptus over here. I got an apricot tree. I'm drying out some cilantro. I do have some rosemary. Oh, and I have a squirrel coming to visit me on the fence. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have ivy, and it's coming up through a window over here, and I've let it grow. And I mean, I might stretch it out and have it go across the beam, but I have 2 glass chandeliers above me, so I'm not sure how the ivy is going to be with the chandeliers, but we'll see. I don't know. This is my happy place. I love it out here. I'm always on the sides of me right here. I have these really long wood crates, and I have these black trays you can buy at Home Depot, and you can lift them out, and I store like all of my fertilizers and stuff underneath, so Malachi can't. Malachi loves to come in the greenhouse too, so he's always out here playing his kitchen set, his sand, all of it, so I have to make sure he can't get into the chemicals and stuff. So I have these black bins that you can lift up. You can put stuff in the bottom of the crates where he can't get it, and you can change out stuff. So when I grow green onion, I grow, what do I have, thyme, I have a lot of stuff I have to tend to today, but I'm going to try to start filming in here. It's very peaceful. It's very peaceful out here. Besides all the hammering in the airplanes. Tell me if you like the greenhouse idea. If not, I can move back into the house and try to keep everybody quiet. But thank you guys for watching my video. Oh yeah, how do I close? I haven't made a video in so long. Be blessed, be hopeful, and be loved. Until next time. Mwah.